Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's Keshwani, Keshwani. We are here because we want to learn to read and write Hindi. We are also here because we want to learn to read and write Urdu. We are doing both at the same time. Today is our lesson number 84. Let's begin. Let's see what we have today. The first word is very straightforward. The word is Teri. Te, badi hai, and then re and choti hai. Teri. The badi hai gives us choti hai ki matra, and the choti hai gives us badi e ki matra. Teri. Let's put it together. Teri. The next word is Meme, mo. Then we have a hey. The first hey here that you see, the badi hey, right there. The first hey, meh. So far it gives us meh. Then we have a fe with a zer underneath it. The zer gives us choti e ki matra. So far it reads mehfil. Mehfil. Let me rewrite it because I didn't leave enough room for the matra, so I had to squeeze it in. Meh, and then fi. Now if you were to stop right here, the way it is written, this for right here, we have talked about it many times, this for the way it is written, this is equal to ph, which in Urdu would simply be pe plus do chashmi hai. The very last hai right here, we just saw it here. We saw the badi hai, the last hai, so chashmi hai, and that's going to look like this. But the word that we are trying to write does not require ph. The correct spelling calls for f. This is f. Fe is f. To remind the reader that it is spelled with an f and not ph, we put a dot underneath it, because Hindi does not have the letter for F. It does have PH. This is PH right here. This is the exact equivalent. This one, if you have to write it in Hindi, you will write your PH and then put a dot underneath it to remind that this is different from that. Mehfi and then la. Mehfil. Mehfil. What's the mehfil? Mehfil is a gathering. It's a party. It's a get-together. Mehfil. Let's put them together. So when we join them, ma is going to take this form, her is going to take this form, this is just going to stay there with a zer underneath it, to which we join the lam. Let's do it together. So watch what happens. So here's your ma, then a her, then a fa. As you can see, I had to lift my hand. That is not how we write in Urdu. We try not to lift our hand if we can help it. So this is how you do it. The grown-up handwriting would be this. Ma, and then her would go like this, and then a fe. There you go. Now it reads mehfil. Teri Mehfil, your party, your gathering. Teri Mehfil me. And this nun guna here gives us this dot here. Because it is not me, it is me. It has a nasalized n at the end. Teri Mehfil me. The next word is a little complicated. The word is qaf with a zer that gives us ki. But this is a qaf, this is a q. That's a k. Hindi does not have a q. So we put a dot on it to remind ourselves that we have a q. There are two things that are going on. There are two of them. One is, let's do it very quickly here. Hindi does not have F. Urdu does. This is the Urdu F. This is Urdu PH. PH would be, we just did it, this is, but Hindi does not have F. So what we do is, we do an approximate, we produce approximate F by writing the same thing and putting a dot here. The same thing is going on with the Q. Hindi does not have Q. It does not exist. That's not a Q. Well, it is a Q in Urdu. Hindi does not have Q. It doesn't exist. Urdu does. Urdu's Q is this one, kaf. So what do? We write the ka. We write the ka, and we put a dot underneath, just like you do it here. To remind ourselves that this is a Q and not a K. K would be this. K is kaf, and that is exact equivalent. This letter is exact equivalent of that. This is just an approximation we do. Not so much an approximation, but rather an improvisation. We improvise by putting a dot underneath it. Here we need ka. We need a kaf. Not only we need a kaf, but if we have a zer underneath it, we need a choti ki matra. And then this is all this. Then we have a scene, which is just a sa. Then a meme, it's just a ma, and then a te, and that's a ta. When we put them all together, what does it read? Qismat, Qismat. Oh, if it is kiss, I just realized if it is kiss, this sa is pronounced with a ka, that sa will be half a sa in Hindi. Because when you read it, it's not kisamat, it's Qismat. Kiss, sa is pronounced with the ta, so it has to be half. Oh, it's a good thing I caught myself. There we go. Qismat. Let's put them together. So, this is the ka, then this is sa, two loops for the sa, then we join a ma, and then a ta. Don't forget the zer underneath it. Now what's going to happen is that most people don't bother to write two loops. Most people just make a one long loop. Instead of writing two loops like you see here, most people just make a one loop, one very long loop. Kiss. Voila. Voila. That's it. That reads Qismat. Qismat is in luck, fate. Teri Qismat, Teri Mehfil mein Qismat. Teri Mehfil mein Qismat A Z, Z, and then a ma. Aazma. Azmana is the verb, infinitive. Azmana, which means to try out something, to give it a try, to give it a shot, to give it a go. Teri Mehfil mein Qismat Aazma kar. Kar. Hum. Then we have a B. B is be plus to chashmiya. That's a ba. Ba, right? That to chashmiya. That makes a ba. That's the only way we can make a ba in Urdu, because Urdu does not have a letter for ba. Hindi does. So we do what you would do in English, which is to write B and H. Except here, in English goes from here and we go the other way. So when we put them together, it looks like this. Teri Mehfil mein Qismat Aazma kar hum B. This is the ba, and then it should be B. Teri Mehfil mein Qismat Aazma kar hum bhi dekhenge. We have the hum, we haven't not written the B. B. Aaj hum bhi dekhenge. Dal, that's a da. We don't need a da, we need a de. So we need a badi ki matra. That's rather, we need a badi ye, that's what I meant to say. We need a badi ye, which gives us choti ki matra, de. Then we have a ka, which is same as ka before kaaf and a he. That gives us ka. Ka. Then the badi ye, that's going to give us choti ki matra. And then a nun gunna. When we put them together, it's going to look like this. Dal, this is going to change the shape to like this. And then a ka, then another one, and then that reads dekhenge. Dekhenge. And since it has a nun gunna at the end, nun gunna tells us that it is not dekhe, is dekhen. So we need a dot on top of it. Dekhen. तेरी महफिल में किस्मत आजमा कर हम भी देखें गे. गे is very straightforward. That's the gaf. And a badi A gives, it's going to give us a choti A ki matra. Gaf, G, choti A ki matra. There you go. Let's put them together. There you go. Teri Mehfil mein Qismat Aazma kar hum bhi dekhenge. I will come to your party, I will come to your gathering, and I will try out my luck. I will see how far I get with you. Because she wants to get close to him. She's singing to a prince, I believe. There are two women actually. It's a debate. It's a qawwali, it's a ghazal. And there are some ghazals, most qawwalis, just one person sings. But then there are some where two people sing back and forth. One person says something, the other person has to answer it, and so on and so forth. It's like a debate. It's like a talking. It's like a conversation in the form of a qawwali. So there are two women singing in front of the king. I believe it's a king or a prince. And first one says, I will come to your party, I will come to your gathering, I'll try out my luck, see how far I get with you, because I want to get close to you. How do we know she wants to get close to him? Well, next line tells us that. Let's look at the next line. तेरी महफिल में किस्मत आजमा कर हम भी देखेंगे. Voila. The next word, the next letter is G, which is a G and a do chashmi here. Right there. I keep pointing to it. Just like in English, you would do G and H. That's going to give us G. Why G and H? Because English letters do not have a letter. In English does not have a letter that produces a G sound. Neither does Urdu. So we do exactly what you do in English. We put a gaf and a he together. It looks like this. And that gives us G. How do you write G in Hindi? Oh, there we go. G. Then we need a R, Re. That's a Re. Right there is a Re. Which looks like this, and you have to put a dot underneath it. Without the dot, if you just do this, that's a D. With the dot, it's a R. This letter in Urdu is called Dal, Dal. It makes a sound as you would hear in Dabba, Dal, D. And this letter makes a sound of R, as in Larka, Larka, Larka. Right here, R. G, Ri. We need a badi ki matra, so we need a choti here. Gadi. Gadi. What does gadi mean? Let's stop for a second, let's talk about it. Gadi can mean a watch. Gadi can mean a watch, a clock, a wristwatch, or it can also mean a moment. A brief period of time. A brief period of time is also called Gadi. Should we learn a synonym for it? Let's learn a synonym for Gadi as it is used here. Here it is not used as in clock or a watch or a wristwatch. Here the word Gadi is used as a moment, a brief time, a brief point in time. Let's learn a synonym. Looks like it. Before we go further, let's learn a synonym because it comes to my mind. Why not? La, Meme. So far it says lam. Lam. We don't need lam, we need ha. He. And then ha. Lam ha. Except in Urdu, you will not put alif to produce the aki matra, even though it is aki matra, as you can clearly see here, it makes an a sound. But as we have seen many times, many Urdu words, when they end with aki matra, they actually take this here. Right there. And now it reads lamha. Let's put it together. So la, ma is going to take this form, ha is going to take this form, and then how do we do it together? La, ma, ha, and then this goes here. So technically speaking, actually, it is not that here. I was wrong. It's a third one. right here. Even though there is not much of a difference between the two, it's just a way of writing. This is how you would write it. As you can see, I had to lift my hand many times. I had to lift my hand la, or actually la and a ma you can do together, but then I had to lift my hand to make a ha. That's not how we write it. Lamha would be like this. That's much better. Lamha. Lamha is a synonym of ghadi. Lamha means moment. A brief point in time. Lamha. आपके पास वक्त है? मुझे आपसे 2 लम्हे के लिए बात करनी है. Do you have time? I would like to speak to you for a couple of moments, for a couple of seconds. Do you understand? 2 लम्हे की बात है. It's something that I want to speak to you for just a couple of moments. Lamha. In that context, you would not say ghadi. You would not say मुझे आपसे 2 घड़ी के लिए बात करनी है. It sounds very awkward. You will use the word lamha or lamhe. घड़ी, भर, भ and r, भर, घड़ी भर को, घड़ी भर को, कर, तेरे, ते, तो बड़ी है, रे with a बड़ी है. बड़ी है gives us छोटी एक की मात्रा. ते, you see छोटी एक की मात्रा. Had it been badi ek ki matra, we would have put a zabar on it, and that would have become the badi ek ki matra. That's not what we need. We need a choti ek ki matra. So there is no zabar on top of te. We need choti ek ki matra. Tere. And when we put them together, it looks like this. Te, ye, re, and then this ye, this badi ye maintains its shape because it comes at the end. If it comes at the end, it's going to maintain its shape. If it comes in the middle, it takes this shape. घड़ी भर को तेरे. The next word is no, noon. Then we have a ze. That's a zo, nas. Then we have a dal. That's a do. We don't need a dal. We need a choti. We need a choti ye. Choti ye is going to give us badi ki matra. Nas, di, and then kaf, k, k, nazdik. Voila. That reads nazdik. Nazdik as in nearby, very close. Nazdik. Dukan nazdiki hai. The shop is very close by. Do you understand? Where is the temple? Oh, bahut hi nazdik hai. It's very close. Bahut hi nazdik hai. Nazdik. Kareeb. Okay, we'll learn in a second the word that I just said. Kareeb is a synonym. घड़ी भर को तेरे नज़दीक. Let's put them together. No, zo. Then we have a di, dal, and choti ye, and then a kaf. घड़ी भर को तेरे नज़दीक. Let's take care of नज़दीक first. I just gave you a synonym. The synonym was kareeb. Ka, ka. Then we have a ro, and the choti is going to give us badi ki matra, and then a ba. And that reads kareeb. That reads kareeb, except kareeb is not spelled with a K. This is a K. Kareeb is not spelled with a K. Kareeb is spelled with a Q. So to indicate that it's spelled with a Q, we put a dot underneath it. And now we put them together. Ka, re, ba, kareeb. Kareeb is a synonym of nazdeek. Kareeb, nazdeek, pass. Pass, you can write it like this, or you can write it like this. If you want to take your sweet time, you have to make 2 loops and then like this, pass. That's a sir and that's a sir. That's a lazy man's way of writing sir, because I just made a 1 long loop. And that's exactly how you will see most of the time, even in the print, in the newspaper. Paas, kareeb, nazdeek, they all mean the same thing. It just means close by, near, near. तेरे घड़ी भर तेरे नज़दीक, घड़ी भर तेरे नज़दीक आकर हम भी again same thing, देखेंगे. देखेंगे. Well, घड़ी भर को तेरे नज़दीक आकर हम भी देखेंगे. What she's saying here is that just even if it's just for a few moments, even if it's just for a very brief time, just for a couple of moments, I want to see how it feels to be close to you, to be so close to you, even if it's just for a moment. घड़ी भर को तेरे नज़दीक आकर हम भी देखेंगे. To see how it feels, to see what happens if there's a spark between us. तेरी महफिल में किस्मत आज़मा कर हम भी देखेंगे. I will come to your party, I will come to your gathering, and I will try out my luck. I will try to get close to you, even if for a very short time, even if it's just for a moment, to see, as I said, to see if there is something between us, see if there is a spark, see if there is something there. I want to give it a shot, I want to give it a try, see what happens. Let's look at the next line. तेरे and then the next word is a vocab word, so let's take the vocab word first. The word is kaf, that's a Q, you spell it a Q. That's a K, so we put a da to convert it into Q. K, D, M. Oh, no, you didn't hear it. You heard nothing. M. And that reads kadam. Kadam means foot. Plural would be kadmo or kadme, feet. And that's the what we're going to see here. We're going to see plural, kadmo. Let's put them together. Kad, mo, kad, mo. But it's not kadmo, it's kadmo. Kadmo. Tere kadmo, your feet. Your feet. Tere kadmo pe. Tere kadmo pe. As you can see, it's eki matra. It's eki matra. So you would think that pe would be pe and a badiye. And that's this pe. But Urdu language has too many idiosyncrasies, it has too many oddities, it has too many, it is very eccentric, it is full of eccentricities, idiosyncrasies, oddities, and there are too many exceptions that you have to know. Pe in this context would not be written like this. Pe in this context would be written as pe and a hair, this hair right here. And when we put it together, it looks like this. That's how we write pe. And it's pronounced pe. Now, in some contexts, this would be pronounced pa, because it also serves as aki matra if it appears at the very end. Here it is eki matra. You just have to know that. Tere kadmo pe, sir. Tere kadmo pe, sir. Sir means my head. Sir. Juka, J, Jim and a He, J. Urdu does not have a J, Hindi does. Let's see how do you write Hindi, J. Oh, it's like this. Tere kadmo pe sir, this is J. That's a J. That's a J and H. In Urdu you will write it like this. J. Tere kadmo pe sir. We don't need a j, we need a ju. That's a o की मात्रा, छोटी u की मात्रा. छोटी u की मात्रा because we just put a pesh on top of j, ju, and now we need a ka. But that's not how you write it. When you're writing freehand, it will all be one shot like this. Juka. तेरे कदमों पे सर झुका कर झुका कर हम भी देखेंगे As you can see, it's getting sloppy. The dots are not clear. There are 2 dots here. But that's how they come out. The reader can figure it out. If you just go like this, the reader can figure it out that I'm trying to make 2 dots. If there are 3 dots, you would just go like that. And you can surmise from there that I just put 3 dots. हम भी देखेंगे. हम भी देखें, not देखें, but देखें. We have a nun gunna. So we put a dot here, देखें, and then के. Voilà. तेरे कदमों पे सर झुकाकर हम भी देखेंगे. I will bow my head to your feet to see what it gets me. All the sucking up. That's what she's doing. She's flattering him. She's trying to get on the good side of him. So she says that Teri Mehfil में किस्मत आज़मा कर हम भी देखेंगे. I will come to your party, I will come to your gather, and I'll try out my luck. Then she goes on to say, घड़ी भर को तेरे नज़दीक आकर हम भी देखेंगे. Even if it's just for a brief moment, I want to be close to you. I want to get close to you. Even if it's just for a short time, I want to be close to you and see what happens if there is something between us. Then she goes on and flatters him even more by saying, तेरे कदमों पे सर झुकाकर हम भी देखेंगे. I will bow my head in front of your feet and see what happens. And what happens actually is that it brings us to the end of the video. Bye now.